Welcome to all. In this session we are going to discuss about how to install Python packages in Linux operating system. For example, in operating system we have two types which we are used. First one is Windows operating system and Red Hat. In this Red Hat operating system we are using Linux. Python packages are mainly used to analyze the statistical data. For example, Python packages for AML, we have some set of packages which we are going to include it. For example, NumPy, Pandas, SkyPy, and then state models. These are the packages mainly used for statistical analysis, and for the data visualization we are using the packages called matplotlib and then cburn. These are all the packages which we are used in statistical analysis. If we move on to the deep learning, it is a scikit-learn packages we are used. From here, in this session, we are going to discuss about how to install these packages in Linux operating system. We are using some of the commands to install these packages. For example, sudo apt install python 3 -numpy. This command is mainly used to install the NumPy packages. We are having another commands like all the commands which are supported in Windows operating system as well as Linux OS. This command is mainly used to install the packages in Linux operating system. Probably before installing these packages, I have to check whether the Python is available in my system or not. If I want to know the version of the Python, just you have to type python 3 :version. It will show your Python version. Like that you have to check your pip version also. Pip version, it should be above 21, then only these packages are supported in your Linux operating system. If I am going to install Pandas, I am going to use the command sudo apt install python 3 -pandas. You already know about this. NumPy is nothing but numerical Python and Pandas is nothing but panel data or panel data set. And next, if I want to use the command apt install python 3 -scipy, scientific Python. These are the commands which we are used to install these packages in Linux operating system. For example, if I move on to the matplot data visualization packages, my package name is matplotlib. If I want to install this packages, I am using pip3. It comes under pip level. So pip3 install matplotlib with the version. I have to mention 3.7.2 which is supported in your Linux operating system. And like that, all the visualization packages are supported in Linux OS. Now, we are going to discuss any one packages in data science. Now, I am going to take Pandas. You already know about this. Pandas is nothing but panel data. Panel data, it is a library which already built under your NumPy. So whenever I am using Pandas, first we have to importing your libraries from NumPy. Import NumPy as NP. NP is Alex, and import Pandas as PD. So these are the commands which you are going to import your NumPy packages as well as pandas packages with the use of Alice's. Pandas is a panel data or panel data set. There are having two kinds of classes. First one is panda series and next one is data free. These are the two classes which are used in pandas. First one is series, PD series. We can say it is a panda series. In this panda series is a one-dimensional array. We already know about that. NumPy is a array representation, and as well as pandas is nothing but the numerical data as well as the structure of data structure level and the operation which we are performed in that particular data structure. Everything comes under this pandas. Now we are going to discuss what is panda series and then panda data frame. First one, panda series. Panda series is a one-dimensional array which you are going to represent only one data structure. So in this series mainly used to create one column. If I am going to take any one data or data set, in this series mainly used to create only one column. For example, I am using one coding import NumPy as NP. Why I am using this NumPy? For example, our pandas is mainly importing our packages, our package or all allies is based upon the hierarchical built-in structure of your NumPy only. So this NumPy is mainly used to support your numerical data. Next one, import pandas as PD. Next, I am going to create one data. X is equal to, my alias is PD dot, S is a caps one, series of, inside the parenthesis you have to mention the array structure. What are the data which I am going to create? This has to be mentioned over here. So these are the values. If I want to print this particular data, I am using print X. You already know about that. If I am going to using script mode, I am using this print statement. If I am going to use your interactive mode, we don't need that. Just we are using only the prompt symbol. You already know about what is prompt symbol. This is our prompt symbol which we are going to use. So what is our output of this particular program? This is the value of our data. And what about the index value? Index value 0, 1, 2, 3. So my output of this program is index value 0, 1, 2, 3 as well as the relevant values 10, 20, 30 as well as 40. And one more thing, in this pandas, after getting our output, it will displays what is the data type of this particular object. For example, it will displays data type is integer of 64. What is that integer? You already know about that. It is a numerical data. So from here I am using all the data. It is not comes under floating value or any string or character. It is a number value. So if it is a number, it will mention it is an integer of 64 level. If I am creating these kinds of program, what actually is doing is it will create one data structure with the pd.series level in the values of 10, 20, 30, 40 with the relevant index pages. So the particular value 10 is stored in the index 0 and 1 is 20, 2 is 30 and 3 is 40 level. This is a common data. If I am going to add any index values over here, so if I want to add the value, for example, from here I am going to mention the index column also. Index is A, B, C and then D. From here I am using a single quote. Why I am using the single quote here? If I am using integer values or float values, there is no need of using this single quote. If I am using string or character, it is mandatory to mention it as in single character, single quotes. From here, what is my expected output for this program? The same program which I am going to alter it. What is it? PD dot series of the values with the index pair number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have to mention what is the index. Index is A, B, C, D. Automatically my output changed with the index value of A, B, C, D with the relevant values 20, 30 as well as 40. This is the way of creating your PD dot series values. Next one, data frame. Data frame is nothing but multi-dimensional array basis. You already know about multi-dimensional is nothing but it comes under rows as well as column level. We have to mention all the rows as well as columns, and the values are heterogeneous, but the data types, it should be only one data type supported in series, but in your data frame it will create different data types level. For example, why we are creating this kind of series as well as data frame? You already know about in corona time, each and every day they are displaying the one tabular column with the relevant chart. What are the peoples are affected, how the peoples are recovered, how many death cases, what is the statistics of the particular data. It has to be displayed in a chart basis, right? So these data can be created by using this pandas level. Now we are creating only the series. That is nothing but, what is that series? We are going to create a column in series. If I am going to create a rows and column for the particular data, I am using data frame. DF, most probably this NumPy and pandas are common to importing your alias. DF is equal to PD dot data frame of the values. What are the values which we are going to insert it? 10, 20, 30, comma, another arrays I am going to add 50, 60 and then 70, 80 and 90. And also I am going to add one more column. My column is equal to, I am going to add the student subject. Okay, I am going to add the subject name as Python. Next one is C. Another one is data structure. Okay, now I am creating a particular data frame. DF, data frame, is equal to PD, my alias, dot data frame of 10, 20, 30s are my values, with I am using, that's why we are saying it is a multi-dimensional. We are having 3 number of multi-dimensional arrays. Now what is the output? Print DF. Print DF. So it will display the data which is included in this DF variable. Okay, what is your expected output for this program? What is the output for this program is, we are having column name. The column name is Python, C and data structure with a column with the row values of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and next one is 70, 80 and then 90, 0, 1, 2. This is our output for this particular program. And next one is object. What is the object of this particular program? Data type is equal to integer of 64. Or data type is equal to object level, we can say like that. So in Python pandas we are having 2 classes, series as well as data frame. In this data frame is a multi-dimensional array which we are going to create rows as well as column. In this rows we are going to create multi-dimensional. I am using number of arrays with the values and as well as the column names Python, C as well as DS. Now I am going to add some of the functions. That function is called Boolean functions or universal functions, also used in numerical Python. If I am going to add the values of this particular row, I am going to use df dot sum of the value. What is that sum meaning? We are going to add the number. Just you can imagine in corona time they are displaying a table like this, right? So in this table contains the number of people affected, number of people recovered and the death values, everything has to be displayed, right? Now I am going to summative all the data. For example, what is the output for this program? Python is 40, 70, 30, 100, 110, 120. This is the sum value of Python column. Next one is C column. It is 70, 70 plus 80. 150. And next one, data structure 150 plus 30. 18. This is your relevant output for this particular data frame. So the overall, the particular these packages are mainly used for statistical analysis of data. In this session we are discuss how to install this AAML Python packages in Linux operating system as well as the pandas classes. There are two classes, series and data frame. Thank you.